Okay, let's take a look at the lighting system. First, we need a building because we're gonna use add light inside a building. So I'm gonna, under Fortnite, I'm gonna use this called prefab. And under prefab, let's any building is fine. Just gonna use this factory. So prefab is a kind of a pre-made building you can use. Let's put it like here. And so if you look at here, this is it's called two stacks. This is actually a group. It has a lot of different parts. So for example, you know, it looks like a one object, but it's not. It's a collection of multiple objects that make this building all together. So if I click this, you can able to move these things up and down. All right. So inside this building, of course, it's gonna be much darker. This is perfect. This is really dark, and I'm gonna add some light. So click this one and hit light. The directional light is the sun. So we already have the sun outside, so we don't need additional directional light. Instead, we're gonna use this point light. So here. So this is a point light. Point light is the light that emits the light 360. Like this way. Okay, let's put it here. And first, if you look at, so here's a point light. And under details, you can control intensity. You can change color. Oops. Also, you can right below the color, it is called attenuation radius, which is, if it lower down, you see the lines. These are the boundary. And right below the source radius, so you see another boundary. So if the yellow line, the gap between yellow line and the blue line is wider, it will create a smoother kind of light fall off. If they are close together, like you see little differences here, it create kind of sharp boundary. Let's put it somewhere, maybe here, so so we can see it better. Oops, where light goes. Control Z. Okay. Okay, where could be a good location to put this light under here? Okay, so if you look at here, again, if I lower this down, do you see? Okay, let's lower this down a little bit. The light emit from here and gradually disappear here. And if I increase, it's kind of hard to see. Increase. So once they're closer together, the fall off is gonna create a more sharper the boundary. That's what it is. It's just softness lens under source lens, so you can actually make it longer. Under source lens, temperature, instead of using color, you can lower down the number. It gets warmer, and if you increase the number, it's gonna look cooler. So that's what it is. And this is really important. Indirect lighting intensity. what it does, it's kind of hard to see in here. Let's take a look. Let's lower down intensity even further. So let me add a block, like this, and let's see, I'm gonna change the color of a block. Do we have interesting colors? Let's see. Something like this. And let's select our lighting. Where is our lighting? Okay, point light. Put it here. I'm gonna put it there. And now I'm going to increase this one. It's kind of hard to see, but hopefully you will see some differences. So what it does, it calculates how light bounces. Do you see a little bit of kind of brick brown, very little, reflected on the wall? Because light bounces like that here, exactly. Let's put, if I delete this, you don't see the brown. If I add this, you see light bounces hit here and hit there. So because in real life light bounces one another, and the color affect, so the Unreal Engine 5, Unreal Engine editor for Fortnite both, it calculates how light bounces, so it's gonna look more realistic. So this is really important when it comes to using the lighting system. So indirect lighting intensity it calculates how much how much do you want to see the light bounces one another. So that's it. So I'm gonna delete this light, and instead I'm gonna add spotlight. So spotlight, it is what it is. Let's move this like this. Yeah, it is a spotlight, like the thing you see in the theater, right? Same thing, it has intensity, and you can like change the outer boundary, and you can also change the inner boundary. Now it's more obvious. Now you can see clear, sharper boundary, because these two are kind of connected with one another. Same thing, you can use temperature instead of color. You can change the color, of course, like this, like a strange color. However, you can also use the light temperature, just like that. The same thing, it has also indirect, but that's the spotlight. I'm gonna delete this spotlight, and I'm going to use what is called rectangular light. It's called rect light. Unlike spotlight, which is circular, it creates kind of this rectangular shape. And it has the same thing, but except you can control the light width and height, which is quite cool. For example, let's make it a little longer, and let's make it shorter. So it's very long and short. And I'm gonna put this here, I'm gonna put this there. So sometimes if you have a gaming room, you put the LED, the line of light on the wall, like a corner. So you can create that kind of effect using this rectangular light. All right, that's about the lighting system in UEFN. Thank you.